Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Should be great. Should be great. Okay, I think if everyone joins us later, they're late, we will officially call them latecomers. They will be a bit late.
I agree.
Yeah, so I guess we can start. Thank you everyone for joining us today to talk about AI and how it can help us. With you, wonderful teachers today is is me. I am Victoria. I've been actually teaching for more than 15 years. I've been, I see Anna with us. I've been teacher training for more than 4 years. I have my own blog on how to, I love saying this, that I help teachers believe in themselves and in their lessons. So that's what I do. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make everyone believe that their lessons are perfect. And with us today is Harriet.
Yeah, Garriet, I suppose it is
Garriet,
perfect to
sorry.
say. Yeah, thanks a lot. It is not Anna, not Victoria. It is not so easy to pronounce my name. I'm an English teacher, more than 16 years long. I'm a teacher in Anna's Kaptelova school. And also this year, I'm a psychologist. I work in an ordinary school, and also I'm a traveler. I have my own blog dedicated to learning English, to new teaching techniques, to my lessons, to my travels, etc. But today I'm not a speaker. Surprise, surprise. I am only the guest, and I'm able to hear what Victoria has for us. But before we start, can we start with a couple of simple questions? Yeah, for Victoria. A couple, just a couple of
Sure.
them.
Sure.
So, today, artificial intelligence is widely used in education. I mean, from automated grading to some maybe personalized learning programs. And this transforming the learning process, making it more flexible, maybe more accessible. However, there are still areas where AI capabilities are limited, even though people's expectations are incredibly high. Maybe our guests can share examples of your dreams. What gonna AI to do in the nearest future? What are your plans? How do you plan to use AI? Maybe these are unrealistic dreams, but still,
So I
who
guess
is going to share dreams?
everyone can. I guess everyone can type their answer in the chat. Yeah, if they.
Please type.
If they
We
want
are
it.
eager to know
Yeah.
your opinion. You are our guest today, and you should have your own voice in our conference, I suppose. Yeah? In my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, I have.
到了吗？
Hello, hello.
我在没在线儿？
Yeah. Sorry. You can type your answers in the chat. I guess it would be like
啊，对呀，
more
怎么叫
rather
Anna, could
than.
you unmute our guest, please? Yeah?
？I'm not
你
the
稍等会儿吧，
host,
稍等会
it's
儿，
Victoria.
我叫什么名儿这地
Victoria,
儿？我都
could
听
you
着。
unmute our
Victoria,
whoever
you
is
are the host. You should mute the microphones because
Yelena, yes, it should be like a dream, something maybe unrealistic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
我
For
是哪个？我
example,
没注册。
okay, thank you.
Excuse me if I mute someone who is not supposed to be muted.
I guess it's Huawei, Huawei from China. It's our guest from China. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our Chinese colleagues. So, okay. Should I help you guys? I can be kind of host today because I'm not a speaker.
Yelena, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your dream. I have a little bit, my dream is a little bit the same. I dream about an AI personal tutor.
Hmm.
One fully understands a student's emotional state and adapts lesson instantly like a skilled teacher. Yeah, it could be great. So, Victoria, the first question for you is related to the question for our guest. Um, what do you think? What tasks can AI effectively solve in education today, and which ones are still beyond its current capabilities?
Well, I think that's what we're gonna cover today. I can share a slide where we will talk about in general. I didn't want to make it very complicated because whenever I watch some presentations on AI and what it can do, um, I have a feeling that I don't understand anything at all. It's just too complicated, and I look at this and I'm like, okay, not today, not today. A little bit later. It hasn't substituted me. Thanks that, and that's all. I don't want to dive into this, but well, that's how we're going to work today. I wanted to keep it simple. I wanted to show you like really fast and easy ways on how to create lessons, exercises, tests, and something else that could be useful for you. So Alena actually said that she dreams that AI tools would not substitute real teachers. I guess they can. I didn't include this in my presentation, but AI tools can definitely substitute us as teachers. But do not worry, because this is the way that, for example, self-learning books. Yeah, I bet you remember some self-learning books on how to learn English, for example, in 2 months or something. But these
Is it
books
really
haven't substituted
possible?
us. Some books are like this, yeah, or like with a screaming name. You already know English. You just need to believe. Yeah, these books haven't substituted us, and as we know, they will not. The same with AI. So if it is not going to be, it's not going to substitute us, let's talk about how it can help us. As well as for you, I want to say that today, since it's Sunday and everything, you can be a passive listener. Just sit back, relax in your chair, listen and enjoy what we're going to tell. You can be an active listener, participate in discussion in our chat, or you can be an eager listener. You can wait as well for homework and complete it. You can choose your own way on what you want to do today.
The
So
most active ones, I guess,
uh,
can get some maybe stickers from our school. So I'm ready to send it to you. Some our
oh
small
wow,
presents.
stickers are very beautiful.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Oh
I
yeah.
have
You
some
can.
stickers.
You can. You can award some or reward some of our participants. Okay.
I have a question on. I want to start with this question. What is AI in general? And Garriet, maybe you have some thoughts on that. What it can be.
I don't have my own thoughts, but I have our Russian standard. It is written in our constitution that it is a special technique power that can use very practical problems, very practical tasks in the way how an ordinary person, how our man-made man-made mind can do it in absolutely the same way. That's why is it called intelligence. So it is our Russian standard, and it is written in the school program as well. Maybe it is very simple, I suppose. Yeah, Victoria.
Yeah. I didn't know we have a Russian standard, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, here is like official explanation on what AI is. I think, in my opinion, I would just say that AI is just a helper for anyone, for everyone, as soon as you actually start asking it something. That's my opinion. I don't think it matches the standard, but well, it's better to use a helper, I guess.
Victoria, can I give you a question according
Yeah.
to this slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't teachers continue to do things the old-fashioned way, creating lesson plans themselves? What specific advantages does AI bring to lesson planning that justify the time and effort required for teachers to learn these tools? And will this investment of time and energy really pay off for most teachers?
No one actually says like, no, you can't use the old-fashioned way to create lesson plans. My idea is that I don't want to tell you like, well, this is the new thing, this is a cool thing, use it all the time. I just want to present today that this is this can be a way to save your time. It can be a lifesaver and a time saver. A lifesaver in a way, I will show you, like when you're feeling a little bit of burnout, like right now, before New Year, I hope we have a few deadlines. I am sure everyone has them. And when you think like, oh, next week should be like Christmas lessons with my students, yeah? And you start to think like, oh, one of my students loves Olaf, and another one, the other one loves Minecraft. The third one loves, I don't know, Sex and the City. And now I have to find something connected to all of them and Christmas all together. And how much time will it take? I think it's even not possible. I will show you today that it takes about 5 seconds to find all this. And that's all with AI.
Sounds
Yeah, so
promising.
it's all about us. It's not about anything else. Today, we are learning on how to love ourselves and save our time. That's that.
Let's get started.
Yeah,
Are there new participants? Because some of them, they're texting me. Did you check this?
yeah,
If you would like,
yeah,
I can
no
be.
one is
Okay.
no one is there anymore. No one wants to come. So we will look at two AI, very popular ones today. The one is Chat GPT. You are probably very familiar with the name. You've seen it everywhere. I guess you've heard it everywhere. This is the way it looks. And another one is Perplexity. I will show you the differences between them. I will tell you which one I like. And if you like what's the website and so on, after our meeting I will send all the links to our chat. I will send all the prompts to our chat. And if did I haven't sent it, I will send the presentation right now, the same one, to this chat. You might notice that there are page numbers here. This is done on purpose because we will look at lesson plans and so on. And sometimes the font might be a little bit small because I wanted to include everything in one slide sometimes. That's why you may want to open the presentation yourself on your phone, for example, and double check it to read everything, zoom in if you need. Well, so let's start with the first one. Can AI create a lesson? I would say a normal one. What do you think? Yes or no? Can you type in our chat? Do you believe in this? Oh, we have we start with negativity. No, I like it. Yes. Partially. Oh, that's interesting. Sure. Well, let's look. Let's look. This is the sign of Chat GPT. So I started asking Chat GPT first to create an English lesson for a 12-year-old boy. I will remind you which AI we're using, but you will hear the sign here. You will see the sign here as well. So we asked Chat GPT to create an English lesson for a 12-year-old boy, and let's look what it has done. What can we see here? Do you like this lesson? You can like say plus or yes or no. Is it a good lesson? While you're thinking, I will highlight something. So.
What is the native language of this boy? What is the native language of this boy?
We will say like Russian ones, because most of our students are Russian ones. But who knows? For any learner of English,
My school boys and school girls won't understand anything inside this lesson, honestly to say, because the quality of the English lesson in an ordinary school is not high enough.
Yeah. So I would agree with Garriet here that this lesson is a no, just a no. Yeah. Yeah, like Yelena said that she didn't like it. I don't like it. Like Garriet said, it's not understandable. What is it about? Why are we talking about dogs, then birds, then sister, then cake? Just looks like something that we don't want. So yeah, let's finish our masterclass. The AI can't do anything. Okay, I'm just joking. Let's move on. Let's change a little bit. Yeah, in Russian textbooks, in Russian school textbooks, most of the lessons are like this. Let's change a little bit our inquiry to this one. In Turkish as well. Wow, we're somewhere similar with Turkey. That's cool. Will the lesson change? Let's see like this. It's also Chat GPT. Look at this. I hope it's seeable. If it's not, it's page 13. You can open it in your chat. So here, what did we do? We mentioned the level, the amount of minutes, what's the grammar, what do we need to do. We even mentioned like what the students like it's about Minecraft. And it made a lesson with pretty nice things, Minecraft related. What do you think? Is it a good lesson? It also included a video, Minecraft daily routine, but it's not a real video. It's just like someone, I Googled for this video. I was searching for this video. It doesn't exist. So if you don't see it, you can open it, page 13 in our chat. I think, my personal opinion, that it's a in the chat masterclass AI 1512. There is a presentation there. Please open the presentation. It's just like the last message in the chat. it is
Maybe
there.
I
Some
can
people,
help you to open from my computer. What do you think? Or it's the
yeah,
same?
then we need to switch the host. Do we need to switch the host?
Yeah, one sec. We will
Uh,
try. Because I guess you have MacBook and I have just a computer PC. 1 moment.
oh no,
Maybe
MacBook is
that will
somewhere like somewhere worse. No,
Sorry,
let's wait.
didn't
So
want to
everyone.
judge you.
While we're switching, I remember the lesson. I think it's a rather good lesson. I would do it. Maybe change a few bits and pieces, but I would do it. The only thing I don't like is that it is based on a video that doesn't exist.
So, how is the quality now? Because from my side, it's perfect. But what about you?
Page 13.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Chat. Oi, all right.
Yeah, is it okay?
I can see it perfectly. Oh, okay. So somebody texted thanks. Maybe
Yeah,
it works.
okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, we can
Okay,
move
let's
on.
stick to this. I am comfortable anyway. Garriet, what do you think about this lesson?
Victoria, I have the new question for you. You have shown us two examples, and AI has started assisting teachers in creating lesson plans. We can see it in textbooks. I suppose the most textbooks are written with the help of AI today. And teachers must understand what sources AI relies on and whether they are scientifically accurate. That's why I have a couple of questions for you. What is the quality of lesson plans created by AI? How do they compare to those made by experienced teacher? We saw only two examples, and you have, I suppose, some sort of statistic inside your head. What is, all in all, the quality?
I am not sure that we can talk about the quality here because, well, the structure of the lesson is great. The structure is correct. But in my opinion, the quality of the lesson is all about what the teacher gives. You, uh, the lesson will be horrible from the book if you do not know your students, you don't anticipate some problems and so on, and later on, and there can be like some background problems, like the light went off or something. Therefore, with AI, if the structure is good, it can be a good lesson if you are a good teacher and you know how to do it with your students, or you can fail this lesson as well if just like something goes wrong. Plus, I guess we have a few experienced teachers here. They can also say that if is it a good lesson or no? Because I would use it, I would do it. Like maybe change, find another video, or just not relate on the video at all. But I would do it. I will do it. Anyway, here we talk about. I'm a bit scared to say this, but we always like, whenever I at least watch people who perform lessons and so on, they always say that they always follow all the best structures. They always do like perfect lessons and nothing else. But I believe that we as teachers, it's okay to fail sometimes. It's okay to give an okay lesson instead of perfect one. And if you don't have enough time to prepare, if you don't know what to do, and you need to like find Minecraft related thing, Yeah, those people can boast. If you need to find like some Minecraft related thing and have a lesson just to like surprise the boy or something else, voila, I think it's great. I think it's great to like support the idea of like psychologically, let's say it like this, language learning, that you don't only follow the book, but you have something else and it's useful. Yeah, like this. I also think that they may post. Well, Anna, can I ask you for the next slide?
Sure,
Yeah, no one
I'm
is perfect.
here.
No one is perfect. That's why we can have failed lessons as well. It's okay, you know. I have my lessons sometimes suck. Yeah, I can admit that. Yeah, but
I
most of
guess
them are perfect.
Victoria, can I give you the second question very briefly? For instance, AI might provide outdated scientific concepts or incorrect historical dates or culturally biased materials because it relies on existing data from the internet, which may not always be accurate, not always be verified. What sources of information does AI rely on when generating these lesson plans? Can this information always be considered scientifically reliable?
I think you can rely on this information more than you can rely on worksheets that you sometimes find in Google. Because sometimes the worksheets that we have and we do them, they are much worse than what Chat GPT can give us. Excuse me, something's with my voice. I hope it will get better. So I would believe it. I would believe it. I'm not sure, like scientific information. Okay, I don't know. But do we use a lot of scientific information in our while we're studying English? I don't think so. That's why it's okay that we can just use these lessons and enjoy them. So we've seen the first lesson and this one. Why do you think, please type in the chat, why do you think these lessons differ so much? Like why the first one is pretty horrible one and why the second one is a rather good one? Please type your answers in the chat.
If you use every single tool, you should know how to use this tool. You should know how to switch on the computer. You should know how to use even key sources. You should know how to use textbook in a proper way. We have absolutely same in this situation. AI, it is only a tool. It can't do everything for you. It needs your support, it needs your guidance, it needs your request. And this request should be detailed. And maybe you will give us some tips how to formulate this request. What should we write to receive the proper answer?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we are gonna do today. I will show you the exact tips on what to type to get a great lesson. Okay, so please, can I have the next slide?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. AI cannot be a great teacher and surpass you as teachers, but it can help make your lesson preparation easy. And please, if we can switch to the next slide.
I like the cat.
Yeah, easy if you're ready to work hard. As Garriet said, you need to narrow your search a lot. The more you tell the AI, the more detailed and the more correct information it is going to give you. So I'm really sorry. I will drink.
Get
So
well soon.
I am don't know. The tea didn't work with me. So the more details you give, the more correct information you will get. So please, can we switch to the next slide? The idea is about giving the detailed instructions. And let's look at the different one, the different AI at Perplexity. Let's move on to the next slide. This is the sign of Perplexity, but I will remind which AI we are using. This is the same lesson, as you see, the same structure we give. Look at my prompt. I added the lesson length, the amount of students, the student level, lesson type, and so on. So that's why it creates a good lesson. Let's move on and look at the lesson itself. What do you think? Is it a good lesson? Please type in the chat.
Honestly to say, I don't like it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can see the workout if we have this listening video. First of all, we should start with a little workout about new words. We should give new words as a tool, because without this preparational step, the student is not able to answer the question. Secondly, we should do additional questions to make it a little bit easier for the student to formulate all the ideas. And if it is a 12-year-old boy, maybe we should watch this video twice. And in my opinion, this video is too long. I work only with short videos at about 3-4 minutes, and I make pauses. I give my students time to realize what are they doing. I would like to make them active listeners, maybe to work with some words or to pay attention, to reread some interesting structures. I can see the work of the teacher. It is very passive work, like the student is uncontrolled and is doing something, but maybe the student can't understand the goal of the lesson. Maybe we should give him an idea what we are doing, why, what language material can we use, what grammar structure, what kind of vocabulary can we use. So I don't like this lesson at all. Sorry.
You're saying all the correct things, and I would also agree with Tatiana that I like the idea that it has found a video for us. Sometimes the worst part is just to find the video that the student will like, will enjoy, about the grammar and so on. Adding bits and pieces, like a few more exercises for it, is much easier than I guess finding the video. At least for me, at least for me. What I like about all the AIs, we will talk about it later, but I will say it right now, that if we don't like some parts of it, the next message you can type to Chat GPT or to Perplexity is like, I don't like this part, can you make it different? Like, oh, this part is too complicated, can you simplify it? It works, it understands you. And what Garriet said, that there are no like pre-teach, nothing to pre-teach here. The next message that we can type is, there are no pre-teach words. Can you find 10 words to pre-teach for us? I know it's difficult to understand, maybe like, oh, too much work to do, I don't want to do it anymore. But the idea here is that you need to be fussy a little bit, kind of like, oh, I don't like this, change it for me. And it will work, you just have to try it. So I guess that's how we can make this lesson much better, but we will stick with this one right now. Let's create a different lesson. Can we move on 2 more slides? And we come back to Chat GPT. That one was Perplexity. And now let's move on from boys to 40-year-old women. And here's what we have right now. This lesson is about health issues. It even gave us some possible vocabulary. I think it's like, I will not ask you right now if it's a good lesson or not. I will just say that it is an okay lesson. You can change a few bits, but I would like to use it. But again, the articles that suggests, I Googled it, it's not an existing article. It's just like out of blue, you know, this article, you can use it. It's not real. Okay, if we move to the next slide, I asked Perplexity to create the same lesson. Can we move on to the next slide?
Sure.
And down, so we can see the same. The lesson, the prompt is the same, and it has a real article to read. I Googled it. It's an existing article. I think it's pretty great. Again, we can just say, or pick 10 words that would be appropriate, from 10 words from the article that would be appropriate for this lesson. Pre-teach them. I will show you later on how to do it as well. Give us some options to pre-teach. The AI can do it for us. Isn't that great? I think it's...
How can we organize a group discussion if we have only one 40-year-old student? Here I can see the task, group discussion at about
No. We have 3
minutes.
Amount of students, 3. That's why it created a group discussion.
And who are 2 other guys?
40-year-old women, 3 women of 40-year-olds.
Oh, they have absolutely the same level, absolutely the same interests, and absolutely the same age?
Well, that's my idea of creating a lesson. We can switch to, like, if we have like multi-level adult group, we can include it. If we have men and women, we can include it. This is just what I came up with. Like, oh, let's create this lesson to use it. That's why I created like this. This is just the prompt. I wanted to show you, like, with the boy and with this woman, that no matter what you put in this prompt, it gives you an okay lesson. Why use AI if we have teachers' books? I don't know about you, but my students get bored pretty much often if we open their book over and over and over again every lesson. They want something new. They want something like world related, and it might be helpful as well if you have a bit of tricky students. Let's say like this. For example, I have a student. She's like level B2, C1. She wants to become a dentist. And from time to time, she wants something dentistry related that also must be learning English related. And if I create this lesson myself for her, I have to watch videos, find videos, read articles. I don't really understand a lot about dentistry, you know, and that's what it can do for us. It can find article for me. Yeah, it can.
And it is very interesting topic. You know, you've mentioned a wonderful idea, in my opinion. And let me give you a question. So, AI tools, as a conclusion, can help teachers create detailed and effective lesson plans, even if the teachers themselves have a gap in their subject knowledge, like a
Mhm,
dentistry you've mentioned. However,
mhm.
this raises an ethical concern, in my opinion. Could AI help underqualified teachers hide their lack of experience? A teacher might present a polished lesson but fail to explain the material deeply, or failed to guide students through critical thinking, through problem solving. So the question is, do you think the use of AI in education could enable teachers with weak subject knowledge to mask their gaps? For example, they might deliver this well structured lesson but struggle to justify answer or develop students' researching skills. How can we right now address these issues to ensure both students and teachers truly benefit from AI?
I think it depends on teacher as well, as you can take a C1 level book, start performing C1 lessons when your English level is not C1 at all. It will be very noticeable. But I guess if you teach students which need, like, okay, let's say like clearly related lessons in their own topic, I started telling, for example, this dentistry students straight away, I am not a dentistry master. I am learning this with you, like this vocabulary, but let's make it pleasant for you. And the lessons will be dentistry related, but this vocabulary we will learn together. Of course, I double check the vocabulary before we uh, before I give her the lesson, but in general I haven't known this before, and I'm not sure that it's bad. Like, I can't know all the words in English, I don't even know all the words in Russian. That's okay. I'm not a dentist, and but I want her to be a great dentist, and a great dentist in English as well. She will use this knowledge, and she will say that I was a good teacher that gave her like the vocabulary of that one.
We
I'm
have
sorry
So
to
I think,
interrupt you. Our chat texted us something. You can read
mhm.
because some of the ideas they are kind of matched together. So that's why we have the
Yeah.
same
Yelena is
same
right.
ideas.
Yeah,
Yelena is our
yeah,
guy. It's like I'm your guy. Yes,
yeah.
Yelena is our guy. Okay, I'm just reminding you because we have chat. Okay, don't
Mhm,
forget about them.
mhm, mhm. Yes, that being not a good specialist in everything, like you are a teacher of English, you are not a, I don't know, a pilot to know all this vocabulary. You're not a dentist, a doctor, I don't know, an engineer to know, an economist to know all this vocabulary. So just let it go and use this to help your students feel better, not not like getting stuck with, well, we will just follow a regular book and that's all, no more good knowledge for you. So please, let's move on to the next slide. I've combined like what is good about Chat GPT, that it is good at pre-teaching vocabulary, in my opinion. Again, what is bad And I think it will, it's what you as well will not like it for, that it requires VPN. It cannot work without VPN. If it does work in your case, you're absolutely super lucky. And it cannot watch videos or read articles for you. So in my opinion, I would say no to Chat GPT, because if we move to next slide, it will show like pluses and minuses about Perplexity. Perplexity, as you noticed,
Victoria,
is
Victoria, sorry for interrupting, but 2 days ago, they promoted a new version of ChatGPT, and I have already tried it. It has no minuses at all. It can pretend a teacher. It can pretend any fictional personality you would like to. It can speak with a voice. It can watch videos. It can even create videos for you. Honestly, to say, it can do anything, and you can't understand that you are talking with a chat GPT. It acts like a real person. So 3 days ago, this chat GPT was presented, and it is like a bada boom inside the AI world, and you should definitely try it. Yeah, it is for free. I paid nothing for it because I participated and I was registered in advance. Yeah, yeah, I can after a lesson because I have it on my another computer, of course. And it is, I suppose it will be blocked because it is absolutely unethical. It gives very strange advices like sorry, how to kill people, how to make a robbery in details, etc., etc. And they have now a great ethical concern in USA how to use it because it is pre-trained, because it has a personality, and this personality is partly cruel. That's why I give you a lot of questions about what materials are used to train ChatGPT. I would honestly to say, I really would like to know because I'm eager to know because I don't tell you something about mistakes because you told me that even in textbooks we can find a lot of mistakes, but I would like to know what is ChatGPT right now and what type of information it can give to our students because it should be a huge ethical concern. Thank you.
I haven't used the fifth version, uh, but we're talking about the fourth one today, ChatGPT and Perplexity, and why I chose them for our discussion is that you do not even need to register for them. Like all this that I've done doesn't require even the registration. You just can open it and use it, except for ChatGPT, which requires VPN. But Perplexity is, I think, that's why I decided to stick with it until the end of our discussion. Is that it doesn't require VPN. It finds videos and articles for you, and it offers you related questions.
Victoria, could you say something for about VPN? Because I can see some questions in our chat. I suppose we should mention that VPN is absolutely for free. You can use ChatGPT in Russia as well. There is no problem with it. It can even create pictures. It can write program code for you. You can do everything and for free. Yes.
Well, for me, it requires VPN. If it does work for you without VPN, try it and use it. I will be very happy. Alternative for ChatGPT in Russia is Perplexity, the one that I'm showing right now, and we can use it as well as Yandex is also.
Nero. Yandex Nero, the new function in Yandex search.
Yeah, Yandex is a good one, but I pay for it. I don't know. Is it free? I paid like 100 rubles per month to use it.
It is for
And
free. I use it. You have an alternative when you search something with Yandex. You can click search with Nairo, and it can give you a short answer. Yes, it is for free.
well, as well, why not? If you do not, you can, I guess, try to use these prompts in Yandex to try to see what lesson it can give you. Well, let's, I think, let's stick to something that what else besides lessons it can AI can create for us. And can we move on to the 31st slide, please? Because it will be one more lesson. So let's look if AI can create exercises. This was the article from the previous one, from the previous lesson. I asked Chat GPT on the left and Perplexity on the right to create, I don't know why I typed great questions, but it just it understands the mistakes, luckily, that questions for just reading. I haven't tried. We can, I can try Yandex GPT for creating lessons after our talk and come back to our chat with the ideas that I found. I think it's going to be interesting for me as well, because I don't trust Russian services sometimes, so I haven't used them here. I think like Perplexity and Chat GPT are a bit, I don't know why I think so, in my opinion. So I think it's great for creating questions for just reading. If you don't feel like reading an article, I don't know in what case you don't feel like reading an article at all, but okay, that you're going to give the student, but okay, here we have some questions for just reading. If we move on to the next slide, I asked both ChatGPT and Perplexity to watch a video and ask 3 questions. And ChatGPT unfortunately said no, that it doesn't watch the video. As far as I know, it watches in the paid version, but here we will stick to the ideas that like maximize free things that we do not pay, even do not register sometimes to use. Garriet says that Yandex is a bit worse. Well, I think I would still vote for Perplexity here. That it watches the video for me, finds the questions to ask, and it's great. I think you can go beyond and ask more than questions. If we move on to the next slide, I asked Perplexity to watch a video and create exercises for this video. So yeah, I want to include my my flyers like Elsa, like Frozen and everything connected. I just put inserted a link with some Frozen related cartoon, and I want exercises on this topic to practice Christmas vocabulary. I don't think there is a lot of anti-scientific information in like when you make a lesson in terms of Chat GPT, Perplexity, and so on. Like looks, for me, the lesson plans looks rather decent. Some of our Russian is, and I've heard Turkish now, students' book perform much worse lessons than Chat GPT and Perplexity does. And I'm sure that if we as teachers, we are great, we are angels and so on, we will not use Chat GPT for the bad things, of course. We will just use it to create great, wonderful lessons for our students, and that's all. So please, let's move on. Can we move to the next slide? And it will show us like what exercises it created. And double check the information. We must be very careful and double check the information that we get from ChatGPT. Of course, please read the sentences before giving it to students. What if there is something wrong? Watch the video before giving it to students. What if there is something like bad moment in it? Do not rely fully on it, but free some time for yourself with this thing. Look at these exercises. What do you think? Are they good? Would you use them? Please type in the chat. Like, imagine that you have 8-year-old flyers. They love Olaf. And you surprise them with this for Christmas lesson, instead of just opening the book. Will you do it? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. About that, sometimes we create something that we don't like. I will send all the prompts to how to create good lessons, good exercises from the video straight away. Okay, there still might be some fails, but it will save you a lot of time. You just need to fill in like the amount of students, their level, and so on. So no one wants to type in the chat if it's good exercises. So I will say I would use them. You know, I did it already. I haven't seen British Council and like Olaf or something. Of course you can. Of course you can go. You can use all the other sources, but this is one more way to save time. Again, going to British Council requires much more time than just it just requires more time. This prompt will save you like 10, 15 minutes. A lot of people right now use AI. So what else it can do? Please, let's move on to the next slide. I've asked, this is some article, I just found it online. Let's imagine that my students love stories about Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth. And I asked Perplexity to read this article, to pick 10 words from the article for learners to learn, and to create 2 exercises for them, kind of like half of the lesson. Love romance book with the AI. I would read that for fun. So please, if we move on to the next slide, let's look what it provided us with. It provided us with the vocabulary. I'm not sure that if someone has got a VPN that works. I know Outline works well as a VPN. So tell me what you think. What you think about this part of the lesson, this exercises, the vocabulary that it picked. I personally would say that I didn't like the vocabulary because the level of English is C1, and the vocabulary it picked is just low level. So please, can we move on to the next slide? That's what I asked the Perplexity. I just typed that the vocabulary you picked is too low. Please change it, and it changed it. And I think this vocabulary is much better. Do you agree with me?
I suppose all these exercises they lack the written part. It is a huge problem for modern school boys and school girls that they are not able to write. Then that's why they can't read properly. If we use ordinary textbooks, we have additional textbooks for writing part to know how these words are spelled, etc., etc. I was a part of the committee and we have checked out all the Olympiads in English in our district. And I know that no one from our district has written the letter, the writing part, because our students are not able to write. All these exercises are really great to develop some speaking skills, and yeah, it can be very, very interesting, etc. But after them, a lot of children are very lazy. They are able only to make the exercises that are interesting for them, that are related to Minecraft, that are related to funny stories, but they know nothing at all about academic language, about how to write a request, etc., etc.
Uh, I don't say that we have to use these lessons all the time, but from time to time it's great to surprise students. I still stick to course books, and I additionally just add, like, as bits and pieces, these things to surprise my students with. Because, I can say right now, yes, I agree with you that students should write, students shouldn't be all about Minecraft and so on. But then I will not have many students, because half of my students will say, excuse me, I don't think so. I want Minecraft from time to time. And is it a problem? I'm not sure that not being able to write is a problem right now, because, well, if I would compare myself to 10 years ago, I never write, actually. I don't even
That's
have
why
a.
that's why we don't have really good IT stuff in Russia. If they are not able to write, they are not able to write a proper program code. That's why it is a national program nowadays, how to learn English for IT guys. That's why private students, private teachers are especially popular nowadays. And I have two sides of this story because during the daytime, I work in an ordinary school and I can see all the problems of our schoolboys and schoolgirls. They are not elderly. And during the evening, I am a private teacher and I work with adults. I make preparation for IELTS exam and I can see this process. How do they grow up without being able to write? How they can't pass IELTS, how they can't pass TOEFL, how they are not able to write a letter, etc., etc. And it's a pity. Due to this approach, we've made our teaching process, we've made our lessons a show. We, like a teachers, would like to be popular, would like to be interesting, we would like to receive money. Yeah, we would like to be popular among students, making them to pay money for us. Of course, it is absolutely important, and I like this approach. I appreciate it so much. But it is one side of the story. But I can see that our students, after this approach, are not able to work. They don't understand that learning a word, it is a process, that learning English, it is like playing a violin. You need to train every single day, a couple of hours, and 2 times a week. It is absolutely not enough to be a professional. Maybe somehow we as a teachers, we should take care of it. We should change the world. Maybe we should change this mindset. Lessons, it's not only about celebration, it's not only about surprising, it's about hard working, like the life itself.
Oh, my hard work can't be surprising. I was also thinking like you about 1 year ago until I got stuck with the idea that no one supported me because it's not true anymore. Alona was right. Alpha generation students can do more than us. And if we do not surprise them, they will not be ready to study with us. The idea is that we can fight we fight this because we are kind of the generation that is already outdated. Unfortunately, everyone here, I am sure, there is no alpha here, alpha generation person. We're all outdated. Everything we think is right is already wrong for alpha generation. And just like some teachers were fighting about, I don't know, let's say 100 years ago, that you cannot teach a student if you don't hit him with a stick. Right now, we can fight with the idea that you cannot teach a student if you do not write, if he doesn't write. I would say like we have to think about that. We have to think. I am sure like I am sure that we do not have to make a show out of every lesson, but it's great to make a show out of Christmas lesson, for example. It's great to pick some video that would be perfect for our students and find some vocabulary and just enjoy it yourself rather than opening the book, the same one every day. Well, I guess this is food for thought, definitely. And this is something that we don't have time to discuss today. Let's just like agree to differ that some people after this masterclass will use will use Perplexity and Chat GPT. Some people will not. It's okay. Actually, the idea of this meeting today is that if it's not helpful for you, if it doesn't work for you, please don't do it. Yeah, if you do not believe in it, please don't do it. I am not here to change anybody's opinion. I think every teacher is perfect. And for every teacher, there are their own students. I can't, I don't believe in partying every lesson, but I believe in just soft approach and partying during Christmas, for example. That's why I would use this. Well, if we move on, I want to show, like, this is my problem. If you work with Academy Stars, this is part 3, probably you might have the same problem. It has got the text and the vocabulary, and you will see this vocabulary in homework, and you will see this vocabulary in the text, but it doesn't have any exercises connected to it. Kind of like, voila, vocabulary, you need to create everything yourself. Thank you everyone for writing in the chat. I read everything. And going back to this Academy Starts 3, if you have this problem, I found a solution for you. I just copied the text, put it into Perplexity, and asked it to create 2 exercises with vocabulary. I also mentioned the vocabulary, and let's see what it created. Move on to the next slide, please. I think it's great. It created exercises with the vocabulary given and with like according to the text, like it's text related. It's great. Thank you. That's what, yeah. I was struggling with this. Every time I see this page in the book, I'm like, oh no, I have to do everything myself. You don't have to do it. And yeah, if you don't like some part of the book, change it. I also have a student, I haven't used it yet, just got this idea right now, that he's too low, like low aged for reading such big texts. I will try Perplexity to make the text smaller. And if we move on to the next slide, I also asked Perplexity to watch a video. It's some random video on TED Talks. I also asked Perplexity to create a test. If we move on to the next slide. Yeah, and it created a test. We can see it on the next slide. I think
Victoria, who is the author of Perplexity? In what country was it done? And what was the firm who announced the Perplexity?
I don't possess that information. I don't think I need this to create what I'm doing with it. I just use it because I like it. I haven't checked that out. I don't think that it would change my opinion on it, that it creates good tests, that I would use it at the lesson. Nice. I don't want to create a test for the video myself. Good. So, do you agree with me? Have I done this in Perplexity? You mean the test? Yes. Part of the lesson regarding the textbook? Yes, as well. How I copied the text into Perplexity? I just took a picture of my screen with iPhone and copied all the text and put it into Perplexity just as a straight text. So I would say that it's a good test. I would use it. And if we move on to the next slide, there will be one more test, but I changed it a little bit. Oh, well, let's look at this one. I asked Perplexity to create a funny test for you, teachers. What do you think about this? Oh, if you want to have fun just with students, you can ask it to create a funny test as well. Voila, funny test. I think I would do it. Well, what else? I don't think we have much time left. I want to show that Perplexity can also create texts. Please, can we move on to page 48 of the slide? But again, it's about the idea how much you include. Look at this. I just asked to create a 100-word story about the girl and her family, and we will say this is not a good story because we don't have all the details. If we move on to the next slide, there is a more detailed request. It has the amount of words, that it should be an email, appropriate for A2 English level student, and I think it did a great job. Again, if we move on to the next slide, if you want to include some vocabulary that you are doing with your students, you can ask it to include some vocabulary, and it will include in the same email in this case. I think it's great. I was like, wow, I will use it. Sometimes you just need like a random email from the person to give to your student to read. And you don't want to write it yourself. That's great. I will not spend a lot of time, but if you want to make a listening out of this audio, you can go to, this is the page 52. This is Janie Lovo AI, and you can use it to create audios of your of any text. It requires signing up. I will say it's free for about, I don't know, 5 minutes a month. But okay, I don't think we will need more than 5 minutes. But it requires signing up, and you can use it with your students.
Victoria, let me add something because I have found very interesting information in internet because I'm still curious about Perplexity AI. I have read the information that this tool combines the language model with real-time web search. That's why you like Perplexity so much, because it searches the information only in relevant sources when we compare it with Chat GPT. And Perplexity can provide links to the pages it relies on, so you can double check the information. And
That's great.
the GPT is trained on the data till 2021. The model may not know about events or information that appeared after this date. And Perplexity performs live web search. And especially this allows it to provide relevant information. Sources are referenced for verification, and there are increasingly transparency. That's why maybe you like this Perplexity so much.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Yeah. I haven't checked this, but I didn't know that. But that's great that it just relies on some information from sources. That's great. We can double check it. What else I can say? Can we move on to 56 page? And I want to show that how AI can be creative for you. I know that we do not have a lot of creativity. I'm not sure like it's the best at being creative because it has some standard ideas, but okay. I asked here Perplexity to give ideas. It's the next slide, please. Give ideas for the next lesson or for Christmas lesson. And I will give the link to the audio task as well after all this. I will. And it gave some creative ideas. I think they're okay. Not perfectly creative, but if you're out of ideas for doing something in the classroom, that's great. I think cool to do. And for the end, I want to show you page 59, please, that also AI is great for creating games. Maybe this one I asked for a board game and with equipment only dice. And if we move on to the next page, it will give us a board, a very strange but workable, game. Okay, very strange but workable. Still can do it. What I love the most is we can see it on the next slide. I asked Perplexity to find games for me. And it did find with the links. This, what you can see if you follow these links. I know some teachers are not fans of playing games during the lessons, but if you are a fan, or if you want to give this to homework as a homework task, I think great. Thank you. Now I don't have to search in Google, in Yandex, like game for free to play. These games, I checked all of them. They are actually conditionals one related. That was the biggest surprise for me. And what I want to show for else. If we go page 67 for the last but not least. We will skip. Since I sent the presentation, we can check what it can do as well. I asked to give us some ideas what to do for New Year holidays as a burnout teacher. Why not? And let's look at the ideas that it gave. Read them. Maybe you will use some of them, not to burn out for this Christmas. So please, can you move on to the next slide? For the end, I want to say that it's not about if AI is or is not perfect at creating. It's about you having more free time thanks to it. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being with us. I would also like to move on to slide 71, the last one. I would like everyone to subscribe to my blog. As I said, I help teachers believe in themselves and their lessons. I hope you will have right now. Use it not. Use AI, use it not. I hope you will just have some free time for yourself, some more free time, because I know how we teachers can be pretty frustrated by all this madness coming here and there and so on. So thank you for being active listeners. I will send everything to our chat. I will also send maybe some of my thoughts on Yandex GPT search a bit later, as soon as I get down to it. If you have your ideas, what you created, you can also share it in chat. I will be very grateful. I will love it. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Guys, I guess I need to tell you something. Alexei, it's our partner. He wants to share some information about Thailand camps, and maybe some of you will be interested in it. I don't know what language Alexei prefers, maybe Russian. I can speak both, and also if you're our subscriber, you can find our how would I say, kind of development or something like that, what we do. So our activities, I call them activities. Like we have different things and they are really cool, like camps, internships. And my partners, they are in China mostly because I work with Chinese school. So far, so maybe like for 4 months already. And also I like Asia, and maybe if you were participants at the conference in Moscow, my short presentation was about teaching Asian children. So Alexei, I gave you some time. I guess you can briefly talk about your offer, whatever language you prefer.
Так, всем привет. Меня должно быть уже видно и слышно, да?
Mm-hmm.
Давайте включим. Да, давайте, наверное, на русском, мне так будет гораздо проще. Я попробую сейчас зашарить экран, и если его будет видно, пожалуйста, скажите.
Now you have the right to do that. Можешь теперь это делать, Дала.
Мгм. Так, появился ли экран?
Мгм.
Пишет, что у меня
Мгм.
запустилась демонстрация.
Yes, we can see.
Окей, так, ладно. Всем еще раз привет, меня зовут Леша, и что я хочу вам рассказать. Я пытаюсь сделать такую штуку, как кэмп изучения английского языка в Таиланде. Что это из себя подразумевает? Практически каждый месяц, там, в начале 2025 года мы будем собираться на Пхукете и учиться английскому языку. Кэмпы будут проходить разделенные по группам, там, по уровню языка и так далее. Каждый кэмп 10 дней. Что он в себя включает? Я попробую максимально быстро рассказать, потому что понимаю, что уже, мне кажется, все устали. Основная история связана с тем, что все будут жить в классном отеле, у каждого студента будет свой номер, каждый день он будет заниматься английским, ездить на всякие экскурсии, тусовки и все прочее. Все это мы организуем под ключ, в том числе и завтраки. Все это будет, опять же, под соусом того, что он изучает английский. Программа обучения в целом, я думаю, что вы можете там детально сами посмотреть, из чего он состоит, но как бы английский запланирован 6 часов в день. Так как вы все преподаватели, и, скорее всего, у вас есть там много учеников, которым, может быть, это интересно, и в том числе вам. 24 год уже все в целом, ну, с точки зрения программ закончился. Осталось 4 смены в январе, одна смена и две в феврале и мартовская. В целом можно и увеличить, опять же, если будет поток каких-то клиентов. Группы у нас небольшие, 8 человек. Кстати, тут есть фотография отеля, если кто захочет посмотреть. И там, опять же, есть коворкинг-зона очень крутая, в которой проходит все это дело, все обучение. Про стоимость. На сайте она специально скрыта, потому что мы немножечко там двигаем вправо-влево под каждого ученика, в зависимости от его, там, так скажем, финансовых возможностей. Сейчас ученики принимаются там от 16 лет, опять же, в сопровождении взрослых, если либо учителей. Стоимость обучения $1500, платят в эквиваленте по курсу ЦБ, ну, то бишь сегодня заключает договор, там, 104 рубля, по-моему, сейчас курс. Что мы предлагаем? 10% скидку всем вашим ученикам и 10% за привлеченного студента. То бишь, вы можете там, ну, в целом мы можем не говорить, что у них скидка 10%, там до 20% вы зарабатываете. Ну, это там типа 250 примерно, что-то такое в долларах получается. Все официально, договор, там, гарантия возврата и прочее. Поэтому, ну, я, наверное, сейчас сильно углубляться не буду. Ну, концепция, я думаю, понятна. Пхукет, море, учат английский. Все классно, позитивно. Нужны студенты, у которых есть деньги. Также можно обсудить там форматы, что едут с родителями, которые не учат английский, а просто с ними тусуются, едут с учителями, которые, по сути, просто группа сопровождения. Ну, преподаватель, опять же, может на этом заработать. Если кому-то будет интересно, с радостью пообщаюсь в личке, расскажу про проект подробней. Вот. Сайт делали сами, без искусственного интеллекта.
Ссылку я уже скинула в чат. Гарри там тоже написала вопросы. Кстати говоря, мы это поднимали момент с Алексеем по поводу того, можно ли сдать какой-то сертификат в Таиланде. Я, по-моему, писала, да, Лёш, ты потом скажешь, нам расскажешь, можно ли это делать. То есть именно поехать с пользой, потому что я тоже самый вопрос задавала, типа, ну, как бы, а что просто так ехать? То есть, например, мои путешествия в Азию, они были связаны не только с отдыхом, они были связаны вообще-то еще и с работой. И как бы такое получается, да, и отдых, и работа. Ну и приобретение там новых каких-то скиллов. И, кстати, мой сертификат из Америки тоже путешествовал за мной во Вьетнам. Ну, то есть именно какие-то действительно такие полезные моменты, которые можно получить от поездки. То есть не только поспикать, да, на английском, а еще что-то. Вот, наверное, Лёша нам потом расскажет, возможно ли это сделать. Но сейчас же в России мы не можем сдать, допустим, какой-то экзамен, значит, нам надо куда-то поехать. Вот была бы хорошая возможность совместить это. Расскажешь потом, если будет такая
А,
возможность?
Да, смотрите, ну, тут с точки зрения какой-то официальности этого, к сожалению, сейчас не присутствует в нашей программе. Мы там сделаем какие-то свои сертификаты и все прочее. Там маечки, грамоты. Ты молодец, ты выучил английский на море. Официальной части, конечно, пока никакой нет, потому что мы все-таки, неофициальное учебное заведение. Мы уже пробуем тут с одной школой коллаборироваться, которая у них там сеть по всему миру, но, в общем, на это нужно время и, короче, не сейчас. Поэтому пока это все под формат классного отпуска с тем, что ты, как бы 10 дней бесконечного интенсива будет.
Гарриет предлагает поехать в Казахстан. А я предлагаю поехать в Китай, потому что у нас есть еще одни партнеры. Они сегодня пытались подключиться, но у них разница во времени, и они просили вообще в следующий раз попробовать встретиться в программе ВУФ. ВУФ. В общем-то, если тоже мы захотим продолжить череду, так сказать, семинаров, вот, то можно сделать ВУФ, потому что у меня очень много висит заявок в Вичате, кто хотел бы тоже с нами пообщаться и рассказать о том, что делают они. И, кстати говоря, Азия, мне кажется, сейчас выглядит более таким реальным вариантом, нежели другие страны. Но это тоже лично мое мнение, по моему карману. Я вот как бы могу себе позволить Азию. Вот. Лёш, есть что еще сказать? Я прям быстро просто
Да,
скажу, что мы еще делаем. Ага.
я тут, наверное, тоже по комментам пробежался,
Давай,
прежде
да.
чем ехать изучать куда-то английский.
Да. Ну, я сказала.
Все понимают, что здесь не английский ты, никаким образом не выучишь. Я его год учу, до сих пор не выучил. Поэтому тут больше, наверное, вопрос про то, чтобы заговорить. Ты не знаю, я вот уже месяц в Тае сейчас. И, вот этот момент зажатости и так далее, это все вот как раз тут помогает разблокироваться на своем опыте, так скажем, понимая. И опять же, те преподаватели, которые здесь будут, они с упором на то, чтобы разговаривать в путешествии. Просчитать деньги и так далее, пожалуйста, у всех свои запросы, но люди все равно ездят в отпуска, и как бы, тут,
Ну да.
наверное, на вкус и цвет. А насчет цены, да, Азия сейчас нереально дешевая с точки зрения того, что, просто авиабилетов.
Сравнение.
За 15 тысяч сюда можно билет купить, и за 15 тысяч обратно. То бишь за 30-ку в Тае оказаться. Вот прям билет у Аэрофлота я вот сегодня смотрел, так что это относительно дешево. Даже пакетные туры в Тае начинаются за 10 дней, там минимум 220 тысяч. А с учетом этой всей программы, и там того, что еще тебя учат и все включено, как бы достаточно экономная история, но опять же, смотря кто как путешествует.
Я тоже прям быстренько скажу. Во-первых, спасибо всем, кто у нас сегодня участвовал. Для нас такое, наверное, это мероприятие, именно когда мы были хостами в первый раз, вот, помимо наших разговорных клубов. Почему хочется делиться идеями? Например, потому что у меня сейчас такая жизненная ситуация семейная, что я не могу поехать куда-то, хотя я получаю предложение. И вот сегодня я писала китайцам своим, у меня такой в чате список: ждем, а я сижу такая: ждите, да, поэтому хочется делиться информацией, мы такие как бы не greedy, да, мы делимся ей просто в силу того, что, например, мне не жалко поделиться. И если кому-то интересно по поводу поездки в Азию в плане и поработать, и постажироваться, вы можете написать нам в любом вообще нашем из нашей соцсети, я тоже расскажу. Вот, в силу того, что я просто сама поехать не могу, и они постоянно ищут кого-то, кто бы поехал, так как у всех свои обстоятельства. Кто-то замуж выходит, да, кто-то там переезжает, еще что-то. То есть, бывает всякое, и постоянно есть такая, скажем, нехватка учителей. Да. В общем, тут много. То есть и семейные обстоятельства, и у кого какие обстоятельства. И у нас вся жизнь одни обстоятельства. Поэтому лично я рада поделиться информацией, классными контактами. И присоединяйтесь, будем рады любой коллаборации со всеми. У кого-то есть, может быть, что-то еще сказать? Читаю чат. Да. Про питание понимаю полностью. Вообще про все понимаю. Я это такой эмпатичный человек. Могу понять про все. И про деньги, и про семью, и про питание. У всех свои дела. Итак, может быть, кто-то что-то хочет сказать, кому мы даем стикеры. Мне кажется, у нас Елена постоянно писала в чате очень активно. Кто еще, кого я пропустила?
Да, Елена.
Ну, у Виктории уже есть мои стикеры, у Гарриет
Да.
скоро будут. Алена, вижу, писала что-то тоже в нашем чате, но она сейчас, по-моему, уже вышла, да?
Да,
Возможно.
она уже вышла.
Так, Алена. Ну вот постоянно Алена, Елена. Чисто вот если пролистать вот так вот, это, наверное, были наши самые активные участники,
Ну
да? Все, супер. Так, тогда что, завершаем наш такой hard work сегодня. Очень было классно. Я рада, что мы смогли и сделали такое интересное мероприятие. Будем продолжать, потому что написали китайцы, вот я повторюсь, и они спросили, можно ли нам в этом встречаться в какой-то программе, доступной для них, и во время чуть пораньше, потому что у них уже ночь, а завтра им на работу. Вот, так что запрос на мероприятие у нас уже есть. Еще одно. Давайте делать. Да? Я думаю, будет
Окей.
круто. Окей. Спасибо всем, кто здесь.
Была рада видеть. It was great to see you all. See
Yeah,
you
see
in the chat.
you. See you.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Take care.